Rosicrucians claim they built actual temples that exist outside physical reality, and if you achieve the right consciousness state, you could walk into them and meet other initiates face to face. Now, this is the doctrine of the astral temple, and it's one of the most fascinating concepts in Western occultism because it was not treated as a metaphor. Mystery schools genuinely believe that these structures existed on another plane of reality and that accessing them was a core part of advanced spiritual practice. So, how does this supposedly work? Well, according to Rosicrucian and Hermetic teachings, physical matter is just the densest level of reality. Above it, or rather interpenetrating it, are subtler planes of existence. The astral plane is described as the realm of thought, emotion, and imagination made tangible. And just like you can build a temple out of stone in the physical world, adepts claim that you could build one out of consciousness in the astral. But here's the key. These weren't personal visualizations. The teaching states that multiple initiates, working together with focused will and sacred geometry, could construct a permanent astral structure that persists independent of any single person's mind. Now, once built, this temple becomes a meeting place. It's a lodge that exists outside of space and time. Now, the construction process was treated like actual architecture. First, the master builder, usually the highest ranking adept, would design the temple using specific geometric proportions. These were not arbitrary. They used sacred ratios like the golden mean, the Fibonacci sequence, and geometric shapes believed to resonate with cosmic law. The floor plan often mirrored Solomon's temple or Egyptian sacred structures. Then came the consecration. Multiple initiates would simultaneously enter deep meditative states and project their consciousness to the same astral coordinates. They would visualize the temple in exact detail. The same columns, the same altar, the same symbols on the walls, and the collective really focused their intention, and it would allegedly solidify the structure on the astral plane. Now, once established, the temple could be accessed by any initiate who knew the specific meditation technique and the astral address, which was usually encoded in a ritual phrase or visualized sigil. Now, here's where it gets wild. Rosicrucians claim that when you entered these temples in the astral state, you could encounter other members who were also projecting there at the same time. You could communicate, share knowledge, receive teachings from masters who had physically died but maintained their presence on the astral plane. It's crazy. Now, the Golden Dawn, which is one of the most influential Hermetic orders, I'm sure you've heard of it, they had explicit instructions for this. They called it rising on the planes. You would perform a specific ritual, achieve a trance state, visualize yourself ascending through layers of reality, and then enter the astral temple of your lodge. Now, inside, you'd see the same officers, the same setup as your physical lodge, but this was happening in pure consciousness. So members reported encountering the secret chiefs. These were enlightened beings who guided the order from the astral plane. Some believed these were ascended masters, others thought they were angelic intelligences. Either way, the astral temple was supposedly where direct contact happened, but there were rules, strict ones. You couldn't just stumble into these temples. They were protected by what's called astral guards, thought forms created specifically to bar entry to the uninitiated. If you didn't know the passwords, the signs, and the proper mental